On this podcast, we talk about the books, both old and new, that are worth putting on your to-be-read list. I'll include the back cover synopsis, content warnings, as well as my pro and con list. To avoid any spoilers, head over to my Instagram at enjoylifewithme.angela. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these books. Let's jump in for the day. Today we're going to be talking about When We Run by Millie Shepard, which is a standalone Western that released just recently on April 15th. The back cover synopsis starts with a quote. "Promise me you'll take care of Ebony." A gurgling cough interrupts his word. As soon as he's gotten his breath back, he continues, "Protect her. I trust you." "I promise, Grant," Wes nodded, squeezing his hand tightly. It was an easy thing to promise, though only he knew why. The love he harbored for Ebony was a deeply buried secret, one only he had no intention of telling anyone. As death slaughters his employer, Wes makes a promise he can only fiercely hope of protecting Ebony, his boss's only daughter. But when their world crumbles around them and Ebony becomes orphaned, Wes is left with no other option but to run to the very same town he never desired to step foot in again. Ebony's life had always been delightfully sweet until catastrophe strikes time and time again, leaving her destitute and alone for all but her treasured friend Wes, who she's secretly been in love with for years. When life takes an even worse turn, she steadily and willingly runs away with him, not giving a second thought to the terrors that lie ahead. With a rage-filled evil stepfather following their footsteps, the trek to Carson City for Wes and Ebony is nothing short of perilous and life-threatening. But will the journey of finally opening their hearts to one another turn out to be even more challenging? So, like I said, this is a standalone Western romance. You do get an age gap, 8 years, I believe, and the secret pining, obviously. You also get the kind of who did this vibes, and that's always fun. I'm going to say that the intimacy was high, because you get the makeouts, the innuendos, the fade to blacks. And as far as language, I'm going to count it just once, because they do say thank God, but it's not, I don't feel like it's that's just a saying, it's an honest, we're thankful. So once, the violence is moderately high as well. The author said it was PG-13 violence because you do get attempted rape on the page, deaths, domestic violence kind of thing. So obviously, potential trigger warnings, attempted rape, fighting, abuse, deaths. The con I have with this, I'm going to call it Disney opening, because everyone dies and breaks your heart at the beginning of Disney movies, right? The parent dies and it's crippling. And that was the same opening as you. Like, you have that, my heart just got ripped out in the first chapter, and that's not fun. But you get a lot of powerful reminders because of it throughout the book. So here it is. It says, "He pushed the guilt to the side. There was no point in letting himself wonder about the what-ifs, not when he had enough to deal with. Everything happens for a reason, even if we can't see those reasons yet." And those are the kind of really powerful reminders I think everyone needs to remember, regardless of what is happening in your life, whether, it's these Western life in peril moments or if it's just our day-to-day life now. You also get some pretty sweet, swoony quotes in here. "I'm allowed to worry about you. You're my wife." And I think everyone loves the moments when "you're my wife." They're, marriage of convenience people. I think it's a cute thing. There's also the quote, "Thank you for not leaving." He scrunches his brow. "I'd never leave you." And you just kind of put your hand on your heart and you go, "Oh." And then you've got parts that just make you smile. The one where she says, "I'm going to need a better apology than that." Or, "Thank goodness for random mountain men." There's just a lot of great moments in this book, and my favorite part is learning to comb her hair. When Wes goes and combs out her hair for her, it's an intimate, tender, sweet moment that they have, and I loved it. I do wonder though how often they get to go visit Carson City with the young kids, because it sounds like that would be a hard trip to make, especially with young kids. It sounds fairly dangerous. Unless Haas stays and takes care of the animals. I mean, I guess you could go and help get them there in one piece. But anyways, just makes me wonder how that all turns out. I hope you'll jump over to Instagram at enjoylifewithme.angela and share your thoughts about this book. And I would love to hear you tell me what you think of it once you go read it. But it was wonderful, and I will talk to you guys soon. Happy reading.